This is Vince with Bulldog Rooter on job number 32901471. We got called out for a main line backing up and we ran our cable out. We ultimately went through a toilet flange because our customer's waste system was holding approximately 12 to 15 gallons of wastewater. And they have a clean out that's pretty much flush with the floor, and there was no way to sanitarily drain down that line, so we cabled from the upstairs toilet flange. I'm limited to a 2-inch cutter for this line just because we're going through two immediate 90-degree bends. So you can see we've removed maybe 30% of this blockage, but it's still growing in. Those roots are incredibly dense, and you can see they've been catching waste and wipes and toilet paper and forming clogs. This line is bituminized fiber, and you can see right away a little bit of a channel is worn at the bottom along with some blistering. I think it's from 1962. It's pretty much typical state of deterioration for the Orangeburg. Here's another root intrusion. Again, we've cut our 2-inch blade through it, but there's definitely more cleaning that could be done. Our number one problem to service this line is clean out access. So right there you can see blistering, and you can kind of see how the water is diverting around that big blister there. That's causing channel rot at the bottom. And there you can see some roots we cut loose. There was a root intrusion there as well, and you saw how the camera dipped underwater. That means the bottom of our pipes rotted out.
Okay.
Very typical of the Orangeburg pipe. We're still pulling back through the customer's line. More of a root intrusion there, as you can see. It's pretty much throughout. Not every joint, but pretty dense roots coming in at multiple areas. You can see the solid waste build up on the top of the pipe too. Right there at that fitting you can almost see a little ovalization. That's not severe, but you can just see it starting to deform. When the bottom rots out, it weakens it structurally, and then it's kind of the precursor to it collapsing, which is like the worst case scenario. More ovalization there, as you can see. And there as well, again it's minor, there's some blistering there. Blistering essentially is just when the bottom rots out, water finds its way under layers of the tar paper and creates these bubbles. And those bubbles kind of break up the flow of solid waste, and that's also conducive to forming clogs. Some blistering there. So right here we transition from the bituminized fiber to cast iron, which is running below the home. Cast iron, you can see that's what the waste pipe should look like. A nice circle with a strong bottom to it without blistering or deformation. Now we're pulling up the stack. We're pulling back towards the upstairs closet flange, which is where the work was performed today. This concludes the video inspection, and thank you for choosing Bulldog Rooter.